Hi, parents. It doesn't take very long into the semester until some kids start to get swamped with the amount of homework that they have on their home days, especially if your student is involved in a sport or they're participating in theater or you just have a busy home life. So, I just wanted to review one option for helping your kids to stay organized. I have to do it with my own kids. And if I don't keep up on Moodle and look at what assignments are due, it doesn't take long before I start to feel very removed and have no idea what my child is actually doing. So I can see Moodle as an administrator, but you can go into your student's Moodle just by logging in and using their password and sign on. That way you can get right into the assignments because if you don't have that account, sometimes it's locked. Anyways, so if you go on keep.google.com, you can do a Google Keep. Your student can. This is what my daughter has done. You start with take a note. That's how you would initiate something, but we made one for art. She has Spanish, conceptual physics. She has the Alex math, and she's doing algebra. These are the topics she has to get done throughout the week to meet her goal, her history, her English, and then this is something that you can also add another one of just bigger projects or other things I need to do, family obligations, youth group, whatever you want. What I had Mia do so I could keep track of what she was working on is in her notes. I had her add me as a collaborator. So on my Google Keep, I can see what she's working on and have access to that. So here for art, she's working on a collage project. But if she wanted to, under the next box, she could say, bring in poster board on Monday, so that she has a reminder that she didn't remember to get poster board. Or she could go to the next one and say, print pictures of family, and hit done. Now, when you're in this, there's three little dots right here. I could remove myself, I could make a copy. We already have the check boxes here. If they were not there, then it would say add check boxes. This is where the student can have reminders on their phone. This is where Mia added me as a collaborator. Here's where she can change the colors. Here's a link if they want to add a picture, and here's archive if they don't need that note anymore. So now I've added those things. I'm done. Spanish, she can write out her homework, and when she's finished, she can check it and it crosses it off. Here's her conceptual physics homework for the day. Now, I might even, if as we move along, have her put the days of the week, Tuesday, and then list her homework, or Wednesday, just to help keep it a little more organized. Again, here's her algebra topics. Here's her history. You can have your student put as detailed a notes in here as they want. They can add more boxes. So under the Pure Holland video assignment, the next tab might be have mom take me down to Windmill Island to learn more about Holland's history, or pick up a brochure downtown. So you can add as many other topics in here. So if I'm on the first one, after I click on it, it goes to list item, and you could list as many as you want. Or she could put Friday, have mom take me to Windmill Island. Now, I'm not going to put this on hers because I'd like to let her do it, but I just wanted you to see how you can do that. For English, there's a lot of homework, and Mia and I had to go over it a couple times to make sure we were following the format correctly. But today they had two different readings that they had to do and write a few things about it. Tomorrow they have a research note assignment. But at the same time, Mia needs to be reading 50 pages a week and do a blog entry. So that's really something else that she'll need to start putting on here is, and maybe I'll just do that for her, read, let's just put 10 pages a day. because at least that helps her to remember that, oh, every day I have to be reading. And then at the end of the week, she'll be making a blog entry. Now, I don't think they had to for this week, but from now on, I'm going to have her put this in this English spot every week so that she doesn't forget it. Now, another thing that I'm doing is I have a Google Calendar. Some of you may have other calendars as well, but I went into my Google Calendar and made an entry for make sure Mia has read 50 pages each week and done her blog. And then I edited this so I would put it in for every Saturday for 35 weeks. And that's how I'm going to enter that. So I remember to check to say, hey, Mia, have you read your 50 pages this week? If not by Saturday, then she really better step it up over the weekend, and that may influence what she can do socially. I also made another entry at the end of the month. I'll show you so that I was sure. Here's this one. Check that Mia has finished her outside reading for the month. So each month they have to read about 200 pages. Each month they're reading a different genre of books in English. This month it happens to be historical fiction. So I want to make sure that at the end of the month I've made sure that Mia has finished that book, entered her last blog entry, and that that's been submitted. And then after I put this one to come in once a month for 8 months, just so I know that that's done. So anyways, those are two things that I am doing at home to make sure I help my daughter to stay on top of things and not let her schoolwork get out of control and end up with a child who's unhappy and crying. So if there's any way that I can help you, just let me know. Thanks.